Ni hao everybody to the Dota 2 Asia Championship 2015. It is the group stage for the qualifiers. LAI Gaming versus Immortal Magneto Gaming. Lots of gamings all around, but mostly it's LAI versus, let's say, Immortal or Magneto, who knows. But this is game number 2. Immortal Magneto Gaming took game number 1, I'd say pretty damn convincingly. They are on a 3-0 hot streak at the moment, coming in from CSW 2-0 and now winning this game number 1 as well. So for LAI, it is up to them to kind of improve their situation in the standings. Because so far, let me go over the standings quick. It is LAI Gaming sitting on 5 and 3. So actually not that bad, but Immortal Magneto sitting on 6 and 4 as well at the same time. So they were rather even coming into this match. But, well, if Immortal Magneto managed to win this 2-0, suddenly they will pull slightly ahead. But LAI Gaming now, it is their turn to go for the just maybe some say slightly imbalanced Juggernaut. But Ancient Apparition is a pick that they will once again try to utilize. For Immortal though, first pick Tidehunter did come out, so we're gonna have that team fight going for them. Maybe they themselves wanted to snatch an Ancient Apparition as well, but they can still go for something like a Skyrive Mage if they want to. But they're going for an Axe instead. I guess any kind of disable that goes through Magic Mirror is gonna be nice. I mean, Blade Fury, although it can do quite a lot of damage, at the moment the more common build is just to leave Blade Fury on the early levels, maybe 1 or 2. So Berserker's Call going through the Blade Fury definitely gonna be nice. And also, if later on Axe, he should be tanky enough to take out the Berserker or be able to tank the Blade Fury anyway, but I think the main part is that guaranteed try to kill off the Juggernaut before he even has a chance to Omni Slash. If you can manage to do that, you're gonna be golden. Unfortunately, Batrider was also banned now by Immortal, so that's like one other thing that could be the necessary lockdown. But, I mean, I'm just all forward to seeing Axe anyway, in any case. But Clockwork now banned out by LAI Gaming. I mean, they obviously have their own offlaners, so they don't care about what offlaners get banned now. As LAI Gaming most likely will target the supports in the future as well, having banned out the Skyrive first. First in the second phase that is. So no Skyrive. Are we also gonna see a Witch Doctor ban or... Well, to be honest, I think Skyrive Mage was definitely the biggest threat up against the Juggernaut. I've seen Juggernauts with excellent farm, with Aghanim Scepters, yet just unable to get his ultimate off because suddenly there's a sneaky Skyrive Mage with an Ancient Seal there. But now, Immortal Magneto Gaming! 4th ban about to come. Are we gonna see maybe a Centaur banned out then? Never mind, it's a Doombringer. Tidehunter definitely a hero that does not like to get doomed. Especially, let's say you have a Refresher Orb on the Tidehunter. If you get doomed, you cannot use a single Ravage. So, definitely not that bad of a ban in that sense. LAI Gaming though, now taking out the Medusa to be on the safe side. Medusa, one of the core heroes that can survive even a Juggernaut Omni Slash. Just because Mana Shield can be that strong. But LAI Gaming now? How will they play their Juggernaut? Is it a mid lane Jugger? Is it safe lane farm? Or is it something else entirely? I'm pretty sure it's going to be in a core role. Ancient Apparition Juggernaut supports just don't really well, I won't say ring a bell, but they don't sound all that awesome to me. But LAI Gaming, they have a couple of supports to choose from as well. Ogre Magi for one, for example, if that tickles their fans. If not, Witch Doctor would still be available. I mean, excellent hero to have. If not, I think Immortal Magneto might want to go for a Witch Doctor themselves, as LAI Gaming go for a Rubik instead. I mean, stealing Ravage will definitely be key if Rubik can get the necessary farm for it. But at the moment, I would probably prefer an Aghanim Scepter and Ancient Apparition rather than the Rubik. It's excellent if they can both get it, of course, but usually both supports just won't find the necessary farm to get those items. Unless they both go for like Hand of Midas or LAI Gaming just completely wreck this game anyway. But it is some support time for Magneto as well. Although, I actually didn't even think about it before. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but having a Tidehunter and an Axe, how will the Axe even be laned? Is this mid lane Axe? Is it safe lane farming Axe, or is it actually in the 4th position jungling? Because if it is, sometimes The laning gets punished because Axe really cannot help too much on the lanes. He's just kind of has to commit fully in the jungle until he gets his maybe Tranquil Boots and Blink Dagger, something like that. Or maybe even on level 6 you can still come out, just come in with the Berserker Skull Culling Blade. Of course you can still do so earlier as well, it's just the success rate isn't as high, so sometimes it's just better to keep on stacking and farming up the jungle. But 30 seconds left for Immortal Magneto. They have a pretty tough time ahead of themselves, it looks like, and they're gonna go for a Silencer. I guess Global Silence pretty decent, so Juggernaut in this game might want to go for as fast of a meta style as he can to get rid of the Global Silence. But of course, if there's, let's say, a Global Silence, you activate meta style. But Axe, if he should be there at the same time to Berserker Skull you straight after the meta style, it's just gonna be more units, so more spins. But LAI Gaming going for a Timbersaw now. Although the Silencer is decent-ish against Timbersaw as well, Timbersaw can just build a Yule Scepter, for example, to make it so that, well, I guess he cannot really damage himself during it, but at least he won't be silenced once he comes down. So Immortal Magneto now. What else are we going to see from them, and how are they going to play the Silencer? Is this a support, or is it a mid lane Silencer even? Definitely a little bit weak against ganks. Doesn't really have any escape mechanism. So hopefully Magneto will get some pretty nice warding if it is going to be a Silencer mid lane. I mean, hopefully they're going to get some nice wards regardless who's going to be in the mid lane. But Dazzle will be the pick. So maybe running a little bit lockdown light, but Dazzle's weave will be pretty nice, of course. Up against the Juggernaut's physical damage of the Omnislash. The Shadow Wave, the heal, may or may not come into play depending on how well the Ancient Oppression can get his Ice Blast going. But the Shallow Grave will definitely be nice. I mean, both the Juggernauts, Omnislash, defending yourself against that, or your teammate against that, or Timbersaw's Burst, but I have to say at the moment, I rather like LAI Gaming's lineup. If the Ice Blast connects on anybody and the Timbersaw is around, it does not get locked down, he is gonna have a field day. He's just gonna go mow through people, Dazzle. Although he can heal, not that tanky himself otherwise in Timbersaw, he just has such immense burst damage. Especially if he should get double Chakram at one point with the Aghanim Scepter. But looking at the last bans now, LAI Gaming have banned out the Terrorblade, so they don't want to deal with that. I guess Terrorblade is an annoying hero, yes. Also with the illusions you can combo that up with Shadow Wave for a lot of physical burst damage. Viper though, banned out by Immortal Magneto themselves. I think it's a wise choice as well. Viper pretty good against Axe and Tidehunter both. So they don't want to deal with any more slows or tanky heroes. Timbersaw is hard enough to just bring down as it is. LAI Gaming, 20 seconds left. What magical things are we going to see from them now? Or are we going to see any kind of magical things from them? That is the question here. 10 seconds remaining. Or, well, they have plenty of reserve time, I guess. They do need themselves a mid laner, and that's gonna be a Magnus now. So, reverse polarity into Chakram, Whirling Death, Timber Chain combination, Ice Blast to follow. Rubik, if he manages to steal the Ravage at the same time, my god. Of course, cleaving Juggernaut, so he doesn't really have to build a Battle Fury. He might do so regardless, and just go for mass cleave. But Ember Spirit will be the last pick for Immortal Magneto Gaming. First game worked out absolute wonders for them. It had something like a 25-minute Battle Fury plus a Crystallis and 1.4k gold in the bank. Not to mention, still going for drums as well. I mean, it's an usual item build, just face boots, like Magic Wand, maybe a Poor Man Shield, into drums, into Battle Fury, but he just got them all so fast. But this Magnus, we'll see how big of ultimates he can actually get this game. As for Immortal Magneto, looks like Silencer will be the support, so Axe will be played in maybe... Can it be an aggressive tri-lane with Axe, Silencer, Dazzle? I mean, Dazzle Axe definitely not too bad for aggressive tri-lanes. And early on, although the Blade Fury is annoying, at least it doesn't have Omnislash. There's no Ice Blast to be afraid of either. So Shadow Wave might get a lot of value there, and you can just go creepskeeping, make it so that LAI Gaming will have to tank the tower. Unless LAI Gaming themselves want to go for an aggressive tri-lane of sorts. As for now though, to introduce the lineups to you guys, it is the second game of this 2-game series. Tidehunter played by a name I cannot pronounce, the same for Dazzle but Wysim. is up on the Ember Spirit. No idea if I even pronounced that correctly. As Axe. Goddamn, guys. Get English names, please. As James, he's the last one on the Silencer. As for LAI Gaming, XTD playing the Juggernaut, leaving Super on the Ancient Apparition with Secret on the Magnus. 5400 playing the Rubik. And XZ is going to be the safe lane Timbersaw. So I'm not too sure if they're expecting an aggressive tri-lane from Immortal Magneto Gaming and are dodging it. Or maybe they wanted to face tri-lanes, who knows. So looks like we have massive ping issues. Okay, hopefully there's not gonna be a remake or something. If it is, it's... well, at least Juggernaut has reconnected. But 3 members on Immortal Magneto, maybe the Netcafe or the gaming house, wherever they're playing from, just has some issues for this particular server. But where will this axe end up for Immortal Magneto? I would think it's going to be that aggressive tri-lane. Or safe lane tri-lane with the axe, with Ember Spirit mid and Tidehunter taking up either off lane or safe lane. But with the amount of tangos and just consumables he has, I would say Tidehunter off lane. So it's going to be axe, Dazzle, and Silencer safe lane. Actually, I'd like to say I am in favor of this decision, just because if they go for the safe lane, of course against tri-lane it's not going to be that easy, but otherwise it would be Axe getting the Tranquil Boots, getting a few early levels, while in the meantime Dazzle as well as Silencer can just keep pulling and stacking in the jungle. And suddenly Axe, when he's like, let's say level 4, maybe 5, goes into the jungle, clears up all the camps, and leaves the supports to just farm the lane. Just maximize the farm from the entire map. That is always a nice thing to see, to be honest. If you have a laner that can just get your levels, get the farm, and then just leave a support there to get his own level 6, get the crucial levels, maybe arcane boots, something like that. So Juggernaut, I guess he has abs, although in this position, well, that they're most likely abs. The position is just unfortunate for him. Of course, running around as fast as he is most of the time. Of course, I guess he's fast because of the items. But he's probably practice anyway. I mean, within the Omnislash, you have to just wiggle yourself around so much that you have to be athletic to do so. So yeah, I have no idea what they're saying. Fun times. Absolutely fun times. No freaking clue what's being said. If Axe wanted though, he could easily just chop Silencer head off at him once with his scythe. And Axe, all in all, man, just look at how manly he is. So big and strong. One day when I'm big and strong, I will be a king. I don't know if... is it from Lion King? I'd like to say that such a song, such words, such lyrics rather in a song are from Lion King. Or close enough to those lyrics at least, who knows. But still disconnected. Oh man. Those are not fun times. Was Timbersaw related to somebody in the lore? I mean, I have almost no idea about Dota 2 lore, so it's hard to say, but Techies and Timbersaw? Maybe. I used to play Heroes of New Earth, although I myself didn't really study the lore. My girlfriend at the time was really into just lore more than playing the game, so I know like some heroes that were brothers and everything. If it was Dota 1, I would just know some, at least little tiny bits from World of Warcraft, if nowhere else, but Dota 2, its lore is a little bit foreign to me. I actually should be reading up on it, so I'm gonna bookmark some Dota 2 lore, and every single time games start late, I'm just gonna be killing. Okay, his friends got killed by Nature Prophet or Tree and Protector, so he hates trees. Okay. Goddamn Nature's Prophet, how dare you! Or Tree and Protector, I don't know. Goddamn tree people, hurting Timbersaw's feelings. And is Timbersaw actually crazy as well? I mean, everybody kind of associates Timbersaw with being a little bit cuckoo. So I don't know, maybe he couldn't take just the sadness, the sorrow, and I guess everybody has his own ways of dealing with things. And he just went crazy and started chopping down trees. Just getting the vendetta. Guys, please reconnect. Or at least just give us a fight before disconnecting like that or something. Give us anything to talk about. I guess it's kind of clear that who are the supports and everything. Magnus also most likely will head towards the mid lane, having 2 shared tangos and only 3 branches, so going for the bottle rush. I don't think it matters all that much who he's going to be up against. Ember Spirit can maybe get the kill on the Magnus. The same can be said the other way around as well, if Ember Spirit gets just skewered under the tier 1 for example, but that really shouldn't happen. And even then, as long as you have the Flame Guard, just shockwaves and the skewer itself, the damage isn't that high. At least not early on in most cases, so... Mid lane, if the supports don't rotate around, it might be a wash, but... If somebody's going to rotate around, it's probably LAI Gaming, just telekinesis into skewer, into just chilling touch damage. And even with Flame Guard, usually Ember Spirit not able to take that amount of damage, I think. Well, at least Ember Spirit looks pretty badass, just the wall wielder. The swords, though, a little bit different. And such a sword, is it made out of stone? This one, the right hand one, looks like he hits more with his right hand because it's a lot more jagged. I mean, this you can see it almost comes as a straight line, like. And this is kind of a, I wouldn't say hole, but kind of an arc in it that's kind of meant to be, whereas for this sword here, it looks like it's been used quite a lot to just bash on things that don't get cut easily. Like, for example, a tiny. Just bash a sword against a rock. That usually is the easiest way, and well, or can we say that Ember Spirit does not take care of his swords properly? Does not just sharpen them enough? Or I don't know. What you hitting at, Ember Spirit? Hello? Did I see him blink? Yes! The game is paused! It's like, oh god! It's like he's under anesthesia or something. He's going to a surgery. And all he can do is blink his eyes. But nobody's noticing and people are like committing surgery on him. Like cutting him up and everything. He's like, oh god, I can only blink my eyes but I can't say anything. I'm in excruciating pain. Oh god. Okay guys. The topic of course, not the best thing to talk about, but... Dazzle, do you blink your eyes? No, his hair moves. Is it even hair? I don't think so. It's probably like part of the mask thingy. So okay, Dazzle does not blink. Dazzle is playing the perfect stone statue. Silencer. Well, he just looks bored, doesn't he? He's like, let's get this shit over with, shall we? Axe probably doesn't care, although at least he isn't constipated like the Silencer is. Tidehunter though, do you do anything? No, you just look awesome, man. He just looks so badass, man, whatever Tidehunter does. Okay, so they're coming back. 2 of them have reconnected already. But oh, no, what? I didn't want to go to the tower, dudes. Okay, so Magnus, I don't think he does anything. His eyes don't blink, or do they? Nope, doesn't look like it. Rubik doesn't look like a Grand Magus at all, at least when you look from afar. It looks like more like a beggar, just hunchbacked and everything. I don't think Juggernaut has anything moving about him either when paused. So it's definitely the Ember Spirit being the saddest. Inspiration looks pretty serious. He's up for some killing. Up for winning some games, and LAI Gaming definitely would like to win this if they can. Although it will be a tie, there will be no game free if this is a 1-1 in the end, but... we shall see how well it's gonna work out for either side. Still waiting for Wysim to just connect back on the Ember Spirit though. But both sides look to be going for, well, a 4 to 5 man Just gank attempt. No side has smoked up though. Sometimes you see Radiant side smoke up from where Immortal Gaming is at the moment. Go through the river like this and into the jungle here. Just like this way. But then again, sometimes you see the reverse happening with the Dire side coming in like this and going to where Tidehunter is at the moment. Coming through the Ancients, surpassing this. Just because it's quite common for like a couple of heroes, especially if you should go for an aggressive tri-lane, to wait around like on this high ground here or just here. And wait for the bounty rune, because there's a guaranteed bounty rune to spawn and it gives double. The first runes give double the normal bounty amount, so you're gonna get 100 XP and 100 gold straight off the bat if you pick it up. So teams definitely would like to pick it up if they just can. So lots of people usually camping for the rune here, and some teams particularly just almost every single time smoke up and come through here and try to just come in from the back like that. But looks like both teams will be just sailing past each other, or not even past each other. They won't even just see each other at all. They're in different oceans. Guys, come on. Oh, that's a badass sword. I'm not too sure how practical that kind of a sword would be. It feels like those, or the sword being jagged, or those little, I wouldn't say hooks, but I don't know, shards. It feels like they would get caught up in something. I mean, yes, they might do a hell of a lot of damage as well while at it, but it probably wouldn't rip free just smoothly enough. If it's just a normal blade, you just slice somebody and the sword will not get stuck unless you just hit the sword straight into the body or something. But with this, I think it's more likely to just get stuck behind like bones, or I don't know. I don't know the exact physics of just sword fighting and everything, but just feels like it's not the most practical sword. It's more like, oh, I'm a butcher, I'm a mass murderer, and this is kind of my signature just wounds created by such a sword or such a weapon. Goddamn, I'm on pretty depressing topics at the moment. Guys, start the game so we could actually get some action going apart from me just getting depressed here. Well, it's not depressing for me, it might be for some though. If we happen to have like a sword specialist in chat, let me know if this kind of a sword is actually any good in a proper fight as well. One thing that I do love about Juggernaut though is that he's like, yeah, I'm completely samurai style with my leg guards and just arm guards and everything, but more or less my entire upper body though is naked. It's like, screw this, guys. I'm not gonna get hit anyway because I'm fast, I'm agile, I can dodge everything. I've trained 20 years for this. And finally I can come to the battlefield. I can spin so that my head will not get dizzy. That is the fruit of my 20 years in training. That is the Juggernaut, guys. New lore for Juggernaut. He has trained for 20 years. He has spun himself day in, day out to make sure that once he goes for the Blade Fury, he will not be dizzy afterwards. Of course, he spins so damn fast as well that he's magic immune at the time, so he creates kind of a magical barrier, although he is mostly physical. And well, he prays a little bit as well to get the healing ward, to get the heal going. Just throws down a, well, I wouldn't say a totem, but it's a medium that helps him just talk to his gods, so that it would help the healing wards just buff up people. Okay, I'm gonna be the new lore guy for Dota 2 soon, guys, don't worry. Totally creative and everything. Oh, guys, please. I have no idea how freaking long this pause has even lasted for, but it feels like it's been forever. It's been like way too long. Oh my god. So go 4 vs 5, guys. Aren't there any rules like how long a pause can be? I have seen, actually, Balkan Bears, for example, they lost their Earthshaker, but thank god that they had V in that particular game, so they just microed him a little bit. And they were far enough ahead before the Earthshaker got disconnected. It wasn't from the get-go. So Earthshaker, I think he might have had his blink before he got disconnected, so in that sense it wasn't that bad, so they didn't really need to extra farm the Earthshaker at the same time, but he didn't even reconnect at all. So 4 versus 5 has happened before. I didn't see the game, but I think in Dream League once there was even a like, oh, the other team cannot get the 5th, so the team with 5 actual players is gonna have to just kind of get rid of 1 and go 4 versus 4. Although that's not fair in no way either, but there to be honest should be a limit to like how long you wait for one guy to reconnect. Yeah, yes, it's definitely unfortunate. I mean, you never want to play 4 versus 5. Usually when I'm playing pubs and somebody disconnects on the enemy side, I actually lose all kind of motivation and I play like 50% worse than I do anyway. Just because it's like, yeah, we're 4 versus 5, it's not a challenge or anything, it's not in the good spirits of sports, you know? I'm not too sure if I would be a football player if I would feel the same, if I'm, well, probably if you're like in an actual match, in a tournament, you're like, yeah, we're still gonna give it our all, because just a lot of hinges on it, so you can't go just throwing. So in a football match, probably if somebody gets a red card, you're like, yeah, they deserved it, those are the rules of the game. But here it's not like somebody started calling people names on old chat or something and got really rude and got banned for such reasons, just misconduct of being a professional player, or I'm not too sure if such a thing even exists. I know that, well, for a game that must not be mentioned, for them, if pro players in pubs, if they're too disrespectful towards others, then they will actually get banned from the high-end tournaments. But that's a good point. Football players cannot feed. I guess you can score your own goals, but you cannot really do so too easily without just it being too obvious. That's the biggest thing probably. And feed, to be honest, it's just you kind of let the player through, you miss a pass, for example, or the pass, well, if it gets intercepted by like a great interception, maybe yes, but a lot of people just miss pass. Maybe not on the highest level of football, not that often, but on lower levels, definitely happens. So that can be counted as feed, I guess. But Ember Spirit, man, your 2 teammates reconnected, why can't you do the same? Be a man, do the right thing. Silencer was the first, no? Oh god, I don't even see when the Ember Spirit disconnected, but it looks like Ember Spirit must have been the first to disconnect, last to reconnect, so yeah. It's just, I don't know. Best bro best, that's all I can say. Best bro best. So if this game goes on long enough, I'm not gonna get to the second series even, because originally at the very least we were also planning on covering Speed Gaming versus DG something gaming, but it's supposed to start in 22 minutes, and if the pause goes on for longer and unless the game ends really fast, not going to be able to do so. But don't worry, even if we won't have more Dota 2 Asian Championship for today, we're still going to have the HeflaTV Pro Series at 17 CT. It is going to be London Conspiracy versus Dota, I do believe. The upper bracket final for it, to be more exact. And at 20 CT, we will have the lower bracket semi-final between House of Gamers and Scary Faces to see who will get to the lower bracket final to face the loser of London Conspiracy versus Dota. So we're getting pretty close to the end. First place of the HeflaTV will get $700, I do believe it was, plus a guaranteed spot for the next season Star Series. Second place will get like $300, maybe it was, and a spot in the qualifier for the Star Series next season. Third place will get maybe $100 and the spot for the qualifiers. Maybe it was $700 only for first place and qualifier spots for the other ones, but first place should definitely get $700 and the spot for Star Series next season. And we are down to the last 4 teams at the moment, so after today, gonna have only 3 teams left. So we shall see how it's gonna end up. But yeah, I mean, it's welcome to Southeast Asian Dota. It's Chinese Dota. I was hoping for so much more. I was hoping for so much more. Okay, so what can I look for in the cosmetics? I mean, oh, gonna go with couriers. They're not even flying, but one thing I have noticed during previous poses is, for example, that the donkey courier is neither female nor male. So, Man of Chalk, Pride on League, do you mean for me to talk about it, or you just mention it randomly? I don't know. I'm not sure if I can talk about it. HeflaTV has been so secretive about most things. Although, well, it starts tomorrow, so it would make sense if we can actually talk about it now as well, since all the teams have qualified and it should be kind of official, but this courier, I have to say, looks pretty nice, but yeah. I don't think this is male. The mount is male nor female. Maybe female with some certain parts hidden, or maybe it's just a mythical creature that doesn't need to reproduce at all, or I don't know. And what we have on the Radiant side, a crane. I think this is the official courier for this tournament, right, guys? Is it? I'm not entirely sure, but I would like to say it is. I mean, I have the ticket myself, obviously, so I think I have this courier as well. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. But yes, tomorrow we will have another tournament coming up. The games do start at 15 CET with Basically Unknown versus Balkan Bears Corleone, followed by Basically Unknown versus Black, and then Balkan Bears Corleone versus Black. The team Group A will consist of Basically Unknown, Moscow 5 International, Balkan Bears, and Black, so that will be Group A, which will be played within 3 days. That's gonna be the 12th, the 13th, and 14th. So that's gonna be only Group 1. There's gonna be 4 groups, of course, best of ones all the way. Each team playing each other twice. 4 groups, and then the number 1 position from each group will get into a special group, which will decide how you get into the playoffs. So a slightly different format than in most tournaments, but should be a little bit refreshing. I mean, it's not that crazy of a format, but lots of games still to be had. At the start, they wanted to make them best of 2s, but they're going to be best of 1 instead. As for this tournament, though, this is the group stage for the Dota 2 Asian Championship 2015 Asian Qualifier. It is LAI Gaming versus Immortal Magneto Gaming. Game 2, where IMG, they have the game 1 advantage. Nothing has been said, no idea if they actually have a time limit or not, but we're just gonna keep on going, or well, I'm gonna keep on going, keep on talking. Hopefully I'm gonna just soon enough try to figure out. Oh god, this is version as well. All the shopkeepers are versions. This doesn't even look like version at all, and looking at his like inventory, he has nothing. I mean, where do you hide? Whoa, never mind. There's a sword here. What do you have in your hands? Is it a horn? Kind of feels like it. So where do you hide your all your fancy items, dude? Are they in the trees somewhere behind the shop? In the boxes here? In the chests? I guess so. So what do you sell and what could be here? I don't see really anything of the sort here. Eagle Song? No, not really. So I don't know. He's just magically getting them up. But then again, if you look at version, no, nobody's in the base. I cannot look at version. Oh, can I? Wait, courier, come here. Bam! Version. The other shopkeeper in the Radiant base the same. Although one thing I found funny is, oh, game is on post. I still want to show that he has an escape route. If the tire come into the Radiant base, this shopkeeper can just run the hell out. Just so you know, guys. Just so you know. But Immortal Magneto Gaming, they're just gonna hang about on the high ground now. Maybe wait for an unfortunate soul to come by. But I'm just happy that the game actually started. I mean, whew. The pause lasted, I think, a minimum of 15 minutes probably. I'm gonna check later on just to make sure. Just curiosity is getting the better of me. But XTD has the Blade Fury, so he's probably one of the better heroes to go for the rune and hope to survive. Timbersaw is there as well, he can always just go a few steps top, then Timber Chain your way over the just wall here and be safe. But there's the Curse of the Silence, they cannot really cast a single spell, so getting some decent value out of the Curse of Silence, landing on 2 heroes like that. Except though, he's heading, what? Towards the bottom lane instead? Not too sure what they're doing, they're trying to mess around with Immortal Magneto, I guess, but, well, thanks to this Observer reward, it's not gonna be a surprise at all, and actually it's gonna hurt, I think, LAI Gaming more than it would have gained them. Just because, well, Axe will get that 1 creep wave for free, absolutely. And, well, we're getting some tiny lag, but this kind of minor slideshow is acceptable, I think. Just because if I reconnect, it might get worse, so unless it gets worse than those minor just stutterings, I'm gonna leave it as it is. But oh, James already got 1 Observer Ward down. Will he pay the iron price for it though? 5400, if he gets the telekinesis, that's gonna be the end. That's the Chilling Touch. Well, they don't even need the Blade Fury. Curse of the Silence comes out, he pops the Blade Fury just not to lose any more mana, I guess, and kind of secure the kill. Super though, he's the one to pick up first blood on the Ancient Apparition, so really well done. Nice smoke coming in. So although they didn't get some XP from a creep wave, it's still fine. And actually, never mind, I think this still might be the first creep wave even. So all is fine and all is well for LAI Gaming. Getting a kill like that, Juggernaut already level 2. Another Curse of the Silent does come out. Silencer doing a really good job so far. Already clarity on him as well. Oh god, massive sneeze. Whew. If you're on Dota TV, sorry if you heard it too bad, but Ember Spirit might be in trouble, never mind. No boots on Rubik, so not gonna catch up for now. With a Telekinesis and Chilling Touch though, especially if Secret is he level 2? He is, so had a Skewer as well. Could have been an easy kill, but boots can make a difference. Look at Tidehunter though, he's struggling a hell of a lot, except he's gonna go for it. A few more smacks, does not have the Timber Chain. If only he had level 3. 1 Timber Chain I think would have been enough with 100 pure damage coming in there. So a little bit unfortunate. But Tidehunter, thanks to the healing cell, back to full HP already as it is. Magnus bottles up a haste rune, bounty rune activated at the same time by Silencer, but Secret comes in. Can he get the skewer though? He might, Tidehunter. If he gets skewered, he's gonna go down. I think there's the skewer coming out first, but Timber Saw didn't come out in time. He's gonna have to connect with the Whirling Death, but Tidehunter has the boots, still body blocking going on. They might get it, Timber Saw, he's gonna go in, but miss with the Whirling Death, so kind of a waste of mana, and I'm not too sure why Timber Saw didn't start running straight away. Not too sure if the Rubik and Magnus called themselves coming to the top lane or what, but maybe expected to get just closer in time. But that's what you get when you have no boots against boots. Looking at the farm though, mid lane, 15 and 3 up 1, YSIM compared to Secrets, 11 and 2, so not that far behind on the Magnus. Of course, he went to the top lane, didn't get a kill, so he lost some farming time thanks to that already. For which, of course, YSIM will probably be pretty grateful. Secret at the moment, for a second I thought he might try to skewer and get the quitter kill, who leaves a blood trail behind him. As up, Miscusi! 5400 on the Rubik gets a kill. Not too sure if Timbersaw was involved. I would think so, at least, for some initial harassment on the Tide, but Tide already respawns, TP's back to the lane. Axe though, got himself those Tranquil Boots. 13 and 4, so not the highest in last hits, but not doing bad either by any means. Top lane though, Tidehunter in some trouble once again. If 5400 gets the Telekinesis, or will he? Timbersaw, never mind. Just not close enough, so they're not even gonna waste some mana. Clarity, not gonna get cancelled either because there's no Gaish on Tidehunter. But bottom lane, XTD will escape for now. Berserker's Call, not enough. Just Boots Juggernaut. Seem to be fast enough to just make the escape there. As all tier 1, how much damage will it actually start taking with the creep wave coming in? There's no siege creep at the moment, so it's not that big of a deal. 5400 still trying to harass Tide, although Tide with the Anchor Smash, with 2 points into Kraken Shell, plenty of tank ability for him. Gonna get some nice XP from the incoming creep wave as well. But Axe just keeps on creeping with the help of a Dazzle. It's just so easy for him to do. But LAI Gaming do have a 2 kill advantage at the moment, although Juggernaut not getting that much in terms of just last hits. At least he's almost level 5, so actually even doing a little bit better than the Tide Hunter. Plus, he has 1 assist as well. He's going to the top lane now. They had the Timber Saw rotate to the bottom instead. I guess as long as the Berserker's Call has been used already, he should get a kind of a free Timber Chain away. Unless the Silencer gets a last word on him before, but Silencer only level 2. There's the Curse of the Silent. Timber Chain will be used, but he's rather low on mana already thanks to that. So has to be a little bit careful in this lane here. Ember Spirit still farming up pretty damn well for himself. But Secret keeping up, only a 5 lasted difference. So that's been the same difference ever since the Magnus came back to the lane after trying to go for the Tide Hunter kill top. But this will be a tier 1 going down. If Axe gets the last hit, he's going to get a hell of a lot closer to the Blink Dagger. Needs only 1.1k gold more and, well, still not going to be the fastest just because he hasn't been a part of a single kill yet. Still going to help out quite a lot here. Maybe, just maybe they can get the kill on Timber Saw even. If Axe was level 6, things would be a lot easier with the Culling Blade. But mid lane Secret taking some damage. But YCM actually takes more in return from the tower. But bottling up now. Gonna go for the 6-minute rune as well. Secret. Gonna head towards the Secret shop. Get Arcane Boots. Sell an Iron Branch for it. But Axe, is he gonna get caught now? They have the reverse polarity, but not gonna quite catch up. Tranquil Boots, just enough movement speed before they get disabled, or even being disabled, they look to be just enough for the Axe anyway. 350 movement speed. So, not the most action-packed games, definitely not, especially if you compare it to game number 1 as well, which I think by this time had 9 kills, I'd like to say. But mid lane Ember Spirit has the bounty rune, so not the most impactful of ones, of course. Unfortunately for himself. Soul Ring picked up in the meantime on Timber Saw. Sometimes you go for Arcanes first, but Soul Ring not too shabby either. But of course he is level 6 now, so that means whoever is up against him on the lane has to be twice as careful as he was before. As Juggernaut, he gets a kill onto the Tide Hunter. Omni Slash not even necessary, just Telekinesis, Fate Bolt. I guess Chilling Touch was involved, and Blade Fury. So nice kill, Face Boots finished thanks to that on XTD as well. Make it 3-0. Axe though, still the highest farmer in the game. Going into the jungle now as well. Tranquil Boots on their own. Pops the Berserker Skull. Just to be a little bit more survivable up against those creeps. And well, needs only 200 more gold. Mid lane though. Secret, can they get the kill on him with the help of James, who is only level 3 on the Silencer. So 7 minutes in, not doing that hot. Dazzle almost level 5. I guess he was just leeching HP for a little bit longer. But now there's a sentry to even just block the ancient stack, which is triple stacked at the moment. So Tide Hunter, that's the one good thing about having a Tide Hunter off lane. You can always rely on just being able to farm stacks. At least from some point onwards, but well, speaking of stacks, Axe trying to farm up as many as he can, as many as were created for him. So does he have his blink now? Well, he has enough gold for it at least. Still needs to regen a little bit more health maybe, but picks up, never mind, sells the blink there. For a second I thought it's a little bit odd for him to run towards the side shop yet, purchase the blink there. Got a little bit eager, maybe just misclicked putting it to the quick buy or something like that. But has the blink now. Can he get the kill immediately on Timber Saw? If Timber Saw is next to a creep wave, I think he can. Otherwise, gonna be hard, but he's gonna try anyway. There's the Berserker Skull change. Will go in with the last word. There's the Chakram getting the Silence X set though. Not nearly enough, just counter helixes from Axe. He definitely needed the Timber Saw to be close to a creep wave. Or I don't know, Silencer to get a lot more value on. Silencer actually has gone for 2 points into Curse to the Silent. I mean, as a support Silencer, highly likely you're not gonna get an Aghanim Scepter anytime soon. So I think maxing out last word for just the pure damage might have been a little bit better. If they had been up against a tri-lane, I would have accepted just Curse of the Silent, because if you can connect with it onto free heroes, it's going to be immense value for you. In the meantime though, Tide Hunter together with the Dazzle, farming up some Ancients. Tide will get his level 6 from this. Arcane Boots finished as well. But he's gonna have to back off for now. They need a few more Shadow Waves. Oh god, but 2 heroes are coming in. Easy kills. Omni Slash was absolute overkill even, I'd like to say. Double kill for the Rubik. They're gonna steal some Ancients as well, or are they? No, they don't get a single one at the moment. YCM though, with the haste, they know Omni Slash is on cooldown, but they still have Blade Fury and XTD. So if the Searing Chains come out, There's probably going to be immediate Blade Fury secret. He's going to come in as well. There's the Blade Fury. Can they go for a kill? Never mind. Voice him gets far enough. No telekinesis used immediately for some reason. But triple remnants. He wants to go in. There's the Berserker Skull as well. Catches to the first down. Can they get the second as well? Reverse polarity comes out. But nice dodge by the Axe. Still maybe wants to keep on going. Curse of the Silent Ace there. They could cast a spell, but not even going to go for it. Still Rubik goes down, but they got what they needed. Thank God that Immortal made it so that at least the stack wasn't stolen. But my God, just easy wraparound. Tidehunter went down immediately. Although I still think Juggernaut, had he not used the Omni Slash there, just gone for a Blade Fury maybe, would have been a little bit better. But kill secured. Still though, Ember Spirit and Axe, they are leading the net worth. Then again, Rubik having a reasonable amount of farm, has the Arcane Boots already. So he's gonna have his Blink or Force Staff maybe a little bit earlier than normally can be expected from such a game. So if that's the case, it's just a higher chance of him stealing Ravage. And speaking of Ravage, Tidehunter has not skilled it up yet. He hasn't gone for stats either, so definitely has the skill point still available. Thank God for that, so it wasn't a miskill into Gush or something. And as you can see, they might want to just make something happen with that Ravage as well. Axe, he's hanging about the top lane, he has the Urn of Shadows. And oh god, double Urn of Shadows, not the biggest fan of that. I mean, it's a nice item for sure, and Axe might be getting kills when the Dazzle isn't even nowhere close by, but even then, just have Dazzle try to go for like a Medallion maybe instead. Free up Roshan for you, for example, with that. In the meantime, Ember, only about 200 gold away from finishing up the drums. So Ember's farm is still pretty damn sick. Arcane Boots finally picked up on Timber, so might be going for top lane. The Berserker Skull just barely catches XTD. They need the dunk though, they need it faster, but just no spins, no creep wave being there. So XTD will make it out with his face boots. Unless Axe, he's gonna have another blink, but I don't think even with the blink. But oh god, the Searing Chase to catch them. Healing, whoa, okay. Healing ward, got killed. Immediate dunk, calculated. Silencer does go down in the meantime. Curse of the Silence stolen by the Rubik as well, which is level 3 by now. So might not be that bad of an ability. I mean, Axe definitely doesn't have a great mana pool or anything, but oh, another Berserker Skull, dunk. Axe just doing Axe things, and they're going for the tier 1 as well. I mean, Timber so TP'd in, but can't do much of anything. James now, he's back. Curse of Silent into Curse of Silent. James, you lose that battle, dude. Because, well, Rubik got rid of the Curse of the Silent by casting his own. So, that was fun. Clarity on Ember Spirit now, though, picks up his drums. Has 2 TPs as well, 10 Magic Stick charges. Magic Stick will be the next item for Dazzle as well, but Axe, can he keep up the momentum he has at the moment? He's the highest net worth in the game by a pretty huge margin, I would say. I mean, 1k ahead of his teammate, which is the second highest, and about 1500 of the Magnus, who only in 200 gold will have Arcane Boots, Blink Dagger, so Blink will be a pretty huge pickup for the Magnus as well. Tidehunter though, after the Ancient stack, will get a little bit closer to the Blink, but still will need, I think, another 500-600 gold or so. Of course, there are 2 Ancient Black Dragons, so we shall see. Tidehunter though, sometimes you see like a casual Ring of Hell. Not the case this time around though, so no health regen will just bring out the healing salve to him, so he won't have to go all the way back home, I guess. And never mind, after this Ancient Black Dragon as well as the Thunderhide, he's gonna be only about 250 short, 200, 250 short, something like that, of that Blink Dagger. Bottom lane though, TPs are coming in already. Oh god, James, he's gonna go down already. Shallow Grave, oh god, Shallow Grave save. Not too sure if it would have been enough anyway. It's 9% I think of your max 8p. Oh no, never mind. It is 10% after all, but still, he went down to 78 HP, and he has 701 health, so theoretically, technically, should have survived anyway. But better safe than sorry. And Silencer James actually up to 1.4k gold because, well, he's been farming out the bottom lane for some time now, so I think a Hand of Midas is coming for him. And like an Ancient Apparition in the last game should have had a Hand of Midas earlier, I think it's a pretty decent item to go on as a support Silencer who does manage to TP out. Except will do the exact same. Blind, Blink Berserker Skull by Axe, doesn't catch anything though. So 14 minutes in, nothing magical happening yet, only 10 kills. Axe hasn't found something for quite some time, but Tidehunter Blink Ravage is there. Of course, there's going to be a Blink Reverse Polarity as well. But if Secret gets the Reverse Polarity first, yet either A doesn't catch a Tidehunter in it, or just Tidehunter gets the Kraken Shell anyway. Secret, whoa, blinks over the river, gets Searing changed up as well, still has the skewer if he needs to escape. Even, oh god, he got the Ember Spirit with him, who remnanted out immediately. Just a little bit afraid of getting Reverse Polarity down to the tier 1. Probably rightfully so. But Yasha will be the build for Juggernaut, just might even go for a full-on meta style. Like I mentioned in the draft as well, just getting rid of the global silence, and well, it's going to be the Midas recipe for a set silencer. So James has a reasonable amount of farm. Looking at the graphs though, it is about a 3k net worth lead and a 1400 XP lead for Immortal Magneto Gaming. So they're looking good, but can they keep it up? Can they get a decent timed Battle Fury still finished for Wysim's Ember Spirit? I mean, he's level 11, but the smoke from LAI Gaming now, there was no ward to spot it out. Although the drawings are there, I guess it's kind of to be expected that they're somewhere around that area when they're not on this part of the map, or not anybody is there. But the smoke is coming, 5 man. They have the Omni Slash, they have all of their ultimates. Oh my god, James! Run, James! James, run! He doesn't even have a global silence as well. There's the Reverse Polarity, catches the Ember Spirit before the Flame Guard, but the Blink Ravage is there, beautiful stuff. Remnants out as well, Blade Fury, they still get the Tidehunter kill, and there was almost no follow-up super. I think he's gonna go down, or is he? Might not. There's the Berserker Skull, they get the 1 kill at least, but can they get more? No, they cannot. Oh god, it's a disaster. Rubik even bought back for this. Not entirely necessary, but at least James gets the 1 kill with another last word. But Secret comes in now. Skewer will land, so James, he's gonna get slowed down. He at least purchases up the Glass of Ace, so he has the Midas finished. Tries to do as much as he can before his death. But that was a horrible fight. They get 1 support. They lose 2 of their cores. At least Ember Spirit survived thanks to the Ravage, but if only there had been a Berserker Skull to follow up that Ravage immediately. Or had there been anything to follow up the Berserker Skull. Silencer wasn't there, there was no global silence in that fight. That was the biggest deal. Had they had global silence, things would have probably been a hell of a lot different, but Tidehunter, after the Ravage, he just got demolished. I mean, Blade Fury there, Timber Saw of course as well, Fate Bolts flying. But Wysim now, he's coming back, or he's coming to the bottom lane rather. Axe and him are still number 1 and 2 in net worth though. So that's a good sign. I mean, even with that fight heavily favoring LAI Gaming, still they're not farming as well. They are though 2 towers behind. So this net worth lead of, well, 2200 will be nothing if the towers get evened out. XP only about a 1k lead as well for Immortal. They definitely, I think, need to do more than they have so far. Especially if XZ gets himself that Bloodstone finish soonish. Needs another 1.1k gold for it. But even then it's like more like a matter that will you start getting the charges, will you lose them immediately. Although even with low charges, Timber Suggest, just the raw health and mana pool he gets from the Bloodstone is pretty damn huge for him. I mean, it's nice to have some extra mana and health regeneration from the charges, and faster respawn and everything, but you're gonna be fine without as well, I think. But there is a smoke. Is it maybe a little bit too obvious? Ember Spirit is tipping to the mid lane to defend, so I guess maybe it's not that obvious anymore. Sometimes it's like, when you see a tower getting pushed in and nobody's farming up the lane, it's like, yeah, they're smoking, but super, they want to catch something more. They even saw super, they're gonna see the courier as well. Dunk immediately maybe, yes! Dunk will be on cooldown, but it's worth it, it's a lot of gold. Oh god, the Berserker Skull just after the Magnus blinked out. So Magnus will be safe with the skewer TP out. But if you just look at the gold income, it was still worth it. Plus what was on the courier? It was an Ogre Club for Secret, who's going for most likely a BKB. So nice courier snipe, I guess. Still would have liked to get at least 1 pick off on top of that if you could help it. But Blink Dagger, 4-stack on Axe, lots of mobility. Midas has been running for a couple of minutes on James now as well. Stazzle will, he has the Urn, has the Tranquil Boots, but he is the full support role, as I'm getting some more lag than I used to for the majority of the game, but maybe it evens itself out. Double damage rune on Wysim, 2.9k gold in the bank as well. Does he have anything on the Cheek rune? No, he does not. So he needs, let's say, for 1.2k to get that Battle Fury finished. So 21 to like 23 minutes is usually a normal timing for Phase Boots, Drums, 4-man shield and a Battle Fury. So if he doesn't die here, he's probably gonna be just in time for that timing of the item. But at the moment, Axe has picked up another club, so might be wanting to go for a BKB of his own. Or well, I guess he almost certainly wants to go for it. Whereas Tidehunter, do you go for straight off refresher? Do you build a mech for your team, for example? Or even a pipe for that matter? Or do you just go for straight off BKB yourself as well? I mean, Tidehunter BKB definitely not that common, but not to say that it would necessarily be bad this game. Looking at the X set though, he has his Bloodstone Gold if he just wants to purchase it up. But then again, no courier to bring out the recipe anyway at the moment, so might as well hold on to the gold. Whoa, an Invis Room by XTD. Has a level 2 Omni Slash as well. Usually that just transitions into really freaking easy kills. So Rubik has himself a Blink Dagger, so that's the mobility item they've been looking for. Bloodstone finished on Timbersaw as well, went all the way home. Picks up a, well, never mind. Purchases a TP instead. For a second, thought that there's going to be a casual cloak on him, but not to be. As Dazzle has picked up a Buckler, so he's going to be the one to build mech. Tidehunter, you can go for straight off Oblivion or Perseverance in that case. Unless you do want to build a pipe still. But pooling gold, not too sure. I mean, maybe you get jumped before you get your Ravage off. With the Blink Dagger on you, you should stay far enough back that it really shouldn't ever happen on you. But this game is just too passive to my liking. I mean, in the first game I was like, whoa, Chinese game, lots of action going on as there's a TP out just in time. Oh god, Rubik, he blinked straight to the position, or next to the position where the TP went out from. But just after the TP ended, his smoke didn't even break with the blink. That's how well timed the TP was, because otherwise telekinesis is instant, so would have had enough time to just probably cancel it. Ice Blast is flying though, so it's going to slow down the push, or well, it's going to slow down the tier 2 push, I would have to say. Even Axe, camping on the high ground, trying to go for some kills. LAI Gaming though, they are having absolutely none of it. And with good reason. I mean, why should they? If you know your enemy has just some pretty great initiation and you don't need to necessarily team fight them, just don't. Or just wait for your own opportunity. But now 22 minutes in, the Battle Fury is finished on the Ember Spirit. At least the first one is. We'll see if he wants to go for more or if he wants to go for the same kind of build as in game number 1. Battle Fury into Daedalus into Ayoskhadi. But Healing Ward is down. I guess a push is commencing from LAI Gaming. And are we finally going to see a huge team fight? And if we are, do they even have enough damage to kill this Timber? So I think they're going to have to get the... Oh, there's the Berserker Skull onto XTD. But the Healing Ward is still down. The Silence comes out, the Global one. The Ravage is popped only onto XTD. He's, well, not going to survive in the end because Axe has a Culling Blade even through that Magic Immunity. But there's the blink from... Oh, Rubik, he gets the Berserker Skull, catches free. There's the reverse polarity to follow Chakram as well. Oh my god, Exit. He goes so damn deep. Doesn't get the Timber Chain off for some reason though. Finally gets some damage onto Ember Spirit, but Axe survives. Only the Dazzle dies from that. Oh god, negative burn kills off Ancient Apparition. Or the Tidehunter, excuse me. As Ember Spirit trying to chase down. Oh, the Silence, the Searing Chains as well. Will the Searing Chains be enough damage? Oh no, one more right click change. You can do it. Oh, he got to commit suicide. At least James still gets intelligence from it because he was close by to the suicide, but I'm not too sure if he didn't use the Glaze of Wisdom or them being level 1 and Silencer not having that great of an int pool made the difference, but in the end, it was a 2 for 3 anyway. It could have been a hell of a lot worse with that kind of a reverse polarity. I think the skewer actually hurt them a little bit. Oh, I'm not too sure if Timber got last worded at the time or something, because if he had just Chakram, Timber Chain and Whirling Death made Timber Chain, it would have been all 3 heroes dead immediately. But instead, Tidehunter almost survived, got to escape for a little while longer, and well, just not too many casualties. It should have been more with that kind of ulti combination, but there's the Telekinesis onto the Tidehunter. Don't think there's any escape. Ice Blast will fly as well. Shadowgrave does come out to buy some time. Pretty huge distance. Got stolen by 5400. So Ancient Apparition gets the kill on Tide. Ice Blast, just that strong of an ability. And now Rubik has a level 4 Shallow Grave. Oh god, Wysim. Light of Fist trying to dodge things. Chakram slows him down, but oh, the Berserker Skull, immediate tank. And, well, Omni Slash, he gets away with a 4-step from it. Wysim is still alive. They get him silenced up as well. Do they have enough damage? Berserker Skull will come out, and that's gonna be a dunk. No suicide for you this time, sir. Losing lots of blast on charges down to 4 XTD. I think it's gonna be fast enough, unless Blink, 4-step. Oh, Searing Chains. Beautiful timing for the Blade Fury, but the Berserker Skull catches him anyway. Trying to bring him a little bit back. They need another Searing Chains, Light of Fist, 4-step forward. Oh, should have 4-step, Ember Spirit. But the dunk might come out anyway. They're ticking low. No, the dunk fails. But one more right click. Berserker Skull helps a little bit. Axe does get the kill. Has 2500 gold all of a sudden in the bank. That's the BKB done for him. So Immortal Magneto looking pretty damn hot. As also Tidehunter, well, he did die unfortunately, so not that close, at least not yet, to that refresher orb, but is almost halfway there. I mean, has the Perseverance, has the Quarter Staff as well, the most expensive item towards the Oblivion Staff. So needs the Robe of the Magi, the Sage's Mask, as well as the Recipe. So that's, whoa, let's say 2575 gold. I think so. But I look at him with the Perseverance self-regeneration. He's pretty much taking no damage from a triple stack of Ancients. Of course, the Golems, not that damaging to begin with, but he's going to leave some for the Dazzle. Dazzle has his mech now finished as well. Or they're trying to stack them, not leave them to farm up. Well, I hope they themselves will farm them up, not leave it for LAI Gaming, just easy big Golems, 2 of them. Probably Tidehunter will come back at one point. But getting closer and closer to the Refresher Orb, so Double Ravage will be there at one point. There's Wysim having himself the Chrysalis as well. Not quite as fast as in game number 1, but I think it's acceptable, especially considering that there's a mech on Dazzle now as well, so Dazzle himself a lot more survivable. You have to just make sure that you're not gonna mech into the Frostbite, into the Ice Blast. In the meantime, XTD working towards his Aghanim Scepter on the Juggernaut. Of course, has the Empower as well, which is level 1 only, unfortunately. Magnus, level 11, that's crazy, comparing that to the enemy mid laner, the Ember Spirit being 16. So looking at the graphs, wow, okay then. 8k net worth lead for, about 8k at least, net worth lead for Immortal Magneto Gaming. XP surpassing 10k, and they go for the tier 2 mid lane. Of course, looks like LAI Gaming are going to try to go for kind of a trade. Even the Healing Ward is down for that. But Healing Ward is not in the range for creeps, I think, at the moment. So XTD just going to back off for now. I'm not too sure what this Healing Ward is supposed to do or where he's expecting some enemies to come from. But it might be a tier 2 trade in the end, although some heroes are coming. It's only the Axe at the moment, but there's an entire creep wave. There's the Berserker Skull. He gets the Healing Ward down first. But the nice telekinesis is there. Berserker Skull stolen as well. Global Silence will not stop the TP, of course. And, oh god, all of them escape. So Global Silence was used. They don't get a single kill. They backed off as well, but they do kill the tier 2, so that's nice. But Aghanim Scepter is finished on Juggernaut now. At least they didn't do almost any damage to the tier 2, so Global Silence using it. Not that big of a deal, although depending on what LAI Gaming do with this kind of information now. Maybe Global Silence being on cooldown will completely wreck Immortal Magneto Gaming now. But Ice Blast is flying. There's the Berserker Skull from Rubik with the Blink. Ember Spirit, can he get the Flame Guard off at least? Well, he had the Remnants into the enemy jungle though. He has a TP, will he try to TP out? He's waiting for it. They actually want to go for the kill onto the Timbers. Oh god. He has Suicide if he wants to use it. There's the Berserker Skull. Can he use it in time? No, he cannot. A little bit of lag, but all is fine. Mega kill streak for the Axe. You do not want to die, but you have a BKB. Have an not an Aghanim Scepter, but a point booster, so might be working towards an Aghanim Scepter. In one game I saw a Blaststone Axe when the team was just kind of winning anyway. I definitely prefer the Aghanims, and well, him having picked up an Ogre Club after the point booster, it is going to be that Aghanims. At least it is, let's say, with a likeliness of 99%. But Roshan going on in the meantime. Weave is there, but unfortunately the minus armor weave doesn't work on Roshan, so they would need some kind of minus armor, which they lack at the moment. So they're not going to go for the fight, not without the Global Silence being there. And WoW Silencer actually Screw Aghanim Scepter, guys. It doesn't give us extra duration. Just I'm gonna go for the double global silence, just to make sure that even if Timbersaw has his BKB or the Magnus, the second global silence will screw them anyway. But oh god, super! He went to the BKB there, up on Axe, Shallow Grave as well. The Omni Slash doesn't do much of anything. Shallow Grave, of course, not even necessary at all. But YC might be in some trouble. We need reverse polarities. There's the Ravage. Will catch free. No chance for Rubik to steal it because, well, he's already dead. Xset misses one Timber Chain, I think. Searing Chain's there, but there's the reverse polarity. Catches all 5. Oh my god, are you kidding me? The Chakram to fall as well. They're still alive somehow. One goes down. Shallow Grave onto the Tide Hunter. They need more though. There's the dunk. They're gonna be able to catch Secret as well, I believe. Yes, the Searing Chains are there. Another dunk. Make it a double kill for Axe. That combination, oh god, 5-man reverse polarity, guys. How often do you see that with the Chakram and everything to follow? I'm just so sad that the Chinese servers lag for me a little bit with that, but even with that combination, they only kill off a silencer. And that was no global silence used in that fight. Ravage, of course, was beautiful. Hit on 4, I believe. And is that the Aghanim Scepter? Oh, not the Aghanims, but the Refresher Orb, rather. Yes, Tide has the Refresher. Daedalus finished on the Ember Spirit. Dazzle will not shatter because there's no Aghanims to shatter into. So suddenly, a hell of a lot more items coming out. With this Creep Wave, Axe gonna have his own Aghanim Scepter as well. So we're gonna have double Refresher Orb. Silencer is halfway to the Refresher Orb as well. I think Immortal Gaming, they more or less have this game in the bag. Well, not quite yet because the BKB is there on Magnus. And well, will be there on Timbersaw, but Timbersaw only 2 Bloodstone charges. Oh, just not a great game. I mean, theoretically their combination for the fight is massive, but they kind of need, if they had the Ice Splash to follow up to that reverse polarity, things would have been so different. I think a couple of heroes would have most likely just shattered from that already. But not to be, guys, not to be. A little bit disappointing for their team for sure, but what can you do? And looking at the graphs, 15,000 and climbing in net worth, 20k almost in XP already, and well, there's a smoke. They don't have a Ravage, but if they really want to force it, they can refresh your Ravage, although 30 seconds on cooldown, I wouldn't want to do that, so maybe try to go for a few pickoffs, maybe even use the global silence for it, but Axe having the Aghanims now, 625 threshold, is it? Yes, 625 threshold for the dunk. Come on, Axe, have you been in the NBA? XTD, he gets caught by the Berserker's Call. There's the global silence as well. That's gonna be 1 kill. Ancient Operation, there will be no escape. Some intelligence stolen as well from James. Has himself the Oblivion Staff already and the Perseverance, so just needs 1.5k gold more. And that 1.5k will be there if they just get a few towers down. Medallion of Courage onto Dazzle, so maybe even go for Roshan now with the minus armor that you just got. Just with the global silence, making absolutely damn sure the Juggernaut won't be able to do anything at all, just nothing in the slightest. No Blade Furies, no Omni Slashes, no shenanigans. Nice Axe. Farming up the mid lane now. So, what can I say, guys? What can I say? Just all is well and all is good in all manners of well and good. I don't know. I don't know where that was supposed to go, but all is dandy if you're an Immortal Magneto gaming fan. If you're supporting LAI Gaming though, I'm gonna have to disappoint you. Things are not looking good. Especially if the Silencer gets the double ultimate. I just don't think LAI Gaming have what it takes to fight up against double Ravage and double Global Silence, but they can definitely fight when those ultimates are on cooldown, but even then, might be a little bit tricky at the moment. Axe tried to 4-staff Blink, but during the 4-staff, he went through a Chakram, so slightly fortunate timing for the Timbersaw, I think. But Timbersaw has a BKB, Tidehunter, he's so ready for the double Ravage, just toying around with it, trying to cancel it. Oh, Berserk Skull, not even coming out, does cancel it in time. XD, of course, Blade Fury on cooldown now, it's only level 1 anyway, so it's more for the magic immunity than for the damage, of course. But they're not doing any damage to the buildings. Oh, there's the Blink Berserker Skull trying to drag XTD away. So far, rather successful, but Searing Chains actually cancelled that. But he's gonna go down anyway. Secret comes in with a nice reverse polarity. They're gonna get YC more, are they? Shallow Grave, it's there. He's alive still somehow. He finally goes down, but he had the Aegis. Another dunk. 2 cores down. Secret does survive thanks to his BKB. What? Dazzle? Stop chasing. Just go for buildings, dudes. They still have the Weave as well. They still have the second Ravage and the Global Silence. And with this tower, with the racks going down, James will have enough gold for the Refresher Orb most likely. Telekinesis up onto Axe, BKB on cooldown, 4-staff as well, but He's tanky enough, even the cold feet proc, but they just don't have anything to punish it with. So Racks go down. They still have their ultimates to fight if they want to. Pipe being built down by Tide as well, just to make sure Ancient Apparition just doesn't do anything to them. So all they lost from that fight was 1 Ravage and an Aegis. Perfectly acceptable. I don't think there's any comeback. I mean, 20k plus in both XP and net worth, 25 even in XP. Tide once again playing around with the Ravage. Casting, cancelling, casting, cancelling. Just doing a little dance. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Oh, 54, I guess the telekinesis. Oh, but the global silence is there. Axe comes in as well with the Berserker Skull. Catches to will it be enough? The Ravage, well, doesn't do much of anything to BKB targets, but double dunks anyway. GG is called. Immortal Magneto Gaming. They win 4 games in a row. First up against CSW, now up against LAI Gaming as well, 2 each that is. So really well played, man. They just looked to be the better team. They had the fights. They didn't force it too much. I mean, LAI Gaming were farming reasonably well, but the Axe as well as the Ember Spirit, of course. Yes, the Ember Spirit. How could I forget? 0 deaths on the Ember Spirit as well. 2 games in a row on the Ember Spirit for Wysim. Just excellent plays. He definitely knows how to handle that hero. Every Searing Chains or Sleight of Fist Searing Chains combination connected as well, guys. But we'll see if we're actually gonna cast the next game, Speed Gaming versus somebody. If it's already started and if it's already underway, I'm not gonna jump into that, but we shall see if the servers don't lag and everything either. But I'm gonna let you guys know. But if you enjoyed the cast, or if you have enjoyed the casting until now, make sure to follow HeflaTV for more content in the future. It is HeflaTV on both Facebook as well as Twitter, guys. And for me personally, it is at Coucher everywhere. It's also in the title of the stream. But for now, a few songs, and I'm gonna keep you updated what's gonna happen next.